Yo guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another episode of the FM Reboot. It's episode number 26, and today we return with West Ham at home in the Premier League, then the first leg of our Champions League last 16 tie against Inter Milan. I'm absolutely buzzing for it, can't wait. Before we get to the games though, shall we always be getting on off camera? So of course, in the last episode you saw our undefeated run ended by the Gunners, but then our 2-0 bounce back win over Luton Town at Kenilworth Road in the FA Cup 4th round. Our 5th round tie, by the way, Leicester City. Had them back in the 5th round, or was it the 6th round back in season 1? Can't remember now. We got them again though, Leicester in that FA Cup last 16 tie. And in the run of camera, as you can see, 5 games, all in the Premier League, 2 draws, 1 defeat, and 2 victories in an inconsistent run. Starting with the 2 draws, first away at the Etihad against Manchester City, who have struggled a bit this season. Took the lead for Ruben Neves, but half an hour later Phil Foden levelled it. And what do you guys think about the Jack Grealish signing, by the way? A ridiculous amount of money, but for a very talented, marketable player with his best years still to come, you believe. And I read an interview as well with Grealish saying that he one of the reasons why he chose to go to Man City is because he wanted to work under Pep Guardiola. I thought that was really interesting. Do you think maybe Morton Forsby wanted to work under me? That's why he signed for us? Not entirely sure. But anyway, following that goal away at Carrow Road against Norwich City, and following that 2 wins and a draw, starting off a 5-1 victory against Preston North End, rooted to the bottom of the table. Won this game, pretty comfortably in the end. Emi Buendia scored our first, and Ruben Neves scored, well, his second goal in 3, but the bend on this shot was ludicrous, man. Talk about wind assistance. He made it 2-0. Traore got our third right before the break, and in the second half, Trincao from the spot and over it down, wrapped up the 5-1 victory. Kemar Roof grabbed the consolation for the visitors, but that's all it proved to be. And following that 2-1 loss away at King Power against Leicester City. This is one of those games in FM where you just think, did I get FM'd? Because it definitely felt like it. We dominated for like the entire game. We had so many chances, but the Foxes scored 2 goals through their Belgian fullback Castagnet, and both of the goals were absolute screamers from range. They never broke us down, but this guy just belted 2 goals in the same game for about 25-30 yards. Ludicrous. We had loads of chances, just sadly couldn't take them. Fabio Silva got a consolation off the bench late on. It's all it proved to be. But our final game was a return to winning ways. 1 at home to the informed Clarets, who have been great this season, beat them by a goal to 0. Raul Jimenez scoring the only one the game. In one of those rare occasions where a player will cut in from the flank, shoot from a very tight angle, and 9 times out of 10 it's the post, or it's straight to the goalkeeper, or it's into the side net. But this time, found the back of the net. 1 the final score and a big return to winning ways there. So yeah, just 2 wins in our last 5 in the Premier League. Not a great patch of form for Wolves, but we are just about still in a Champions League spot. Look, we're not going to catch the Red Devils. They're 13 points clear. We're not even supposed to be in a title race this season, but head-to-head with Spurs right now on points, only above them on goal difference. And we do have the game in hand as well, but the real luxury for us is we're 16 points clear at West Ham, our first opponents today, and we still got the game in hand as well. Win this, and I'm pretty sure, if nothing else, Europa Conference League football will almost definitely be a guarantee at the very least. And we did make a sale on transfer deadline there as well. Well, 2 if you want to be accurate. We loaned out a couple of our youngsters, and also we saw John Washbourne, who was a young academy graduate, sold him to Burnley for a measly fee. But what I often do with these sort of players, if I'm not going to give them a new contract due to, more often than not, poor mental stats, what I often do is I sell them for a minor fee, but then I include like a 50% sell-on clause. It won't show it here, but basically, if Washbourne ever develops and gets sold on by the Clarets, then we'll be able to sell him. We'll be able to get 50% of the fee they arrange for a club to buy him. So I often do that with young players, just in case they do develop elsewhere, just so we can get a bit of money back for them in the future. And also, Willy Bolly did indeed leave the club. Wolves' favourite. He's in the favoured personnel list in the club's general info section, but wanted to leave, and in the end sold him to China for £20 million. All things considered, it was a really good sale, but you best believe if I could turn back the clock and return to where we were, 16, 17, 18 months ago, when I could have sold him to Arsenal for 40 million, 44 million, whatever it was. One of those life regrets, you know. But even so, 20 mil is not a bad fee to get for Bolly. 32 years old now, sorry. And was never going to get a game now. He's become fourth choice centre half. So fine letting him go, even though he was a fan favourite. So yeah, first of the 2 games is in West Ham. And again, win this one, we'll go 19 points clear and still have the game in hand. That's okay, actually. Still have the game in hand. So come on, Wolves. Let's get a big victory here. Right now in the injury report, by the way, everyone's fine. So you know what's going to happen today. This is our team. Patricia's in goal, but for us like Nuri, Eric, Big Chris, and Semedo and Neves and Forsby through the middle. Traore and Trincaldi inside forwards, and Buendia supports Raul Jimenez up top on the bench. Bettinelli, Cody, Williams, Ward-Prowse, Jordal Pedence, and Fabio Silva as well. First of two, it's West Ham at home. Big game here, and again, win it, and European football of some kind is all but guaranteed. Come on, Wolves. I can't see us surrendering a 19-point lead with 13 games to go somehow. So, yeah, I feel very confident indeed that, again, a win in this one. And the lowest we'll finish this season. The absolute lowest is 7th place. Again, you know, I said towards the start of the season, do we need to be more ambitious now? Is top 4 only good enough? I don't think so. I don't think so, as Jimenez, beats his man to the ball and kisses it in off the post to give us the lead. I wouldn't mind if we drop into the Europa League. Look, no one wants the Europa Conference League. That's a Mickey Mouse competition. But the Europa League, I wouldn't mind that at all if we drop to 5th and 6th and qualify for it via that league position. Lovely threaded ball by Trincao, but Jimenez just about beats 2 men to the ball, clips it off the post. Goal number 24, is that for the Mexican? Unreal this season. I think also, as I'm hovering over this man right here, there's a good chance if West Ham fail to qualify for Europe again, that he might possibly look to leave to a bigger club. And honestly, I would love this guy in my team for obvious reasons, as Traore does that trademark shoot from a tight angle, but it's straight to the goalkeeper. Still 1-0 in control in this first half, with a free kick for the hosts as Francisco bends one in, and Neves heads it in to the back of the net. Musso caught in no man's land. Ruben with another. 2-0 Wolves. We're looking in control. Right before the break, chance for a third goal, and that'll really give us some breathing room heading into the second. Traore down at the left, rolls it across, and Jimenez slots in at the near post. 25 goals for Raul Jimenez this season. I think I need to issue a public apology live on air right now to our number 9. Why have I dissed this guy so much? He's going for his 3rd straight golden boot. Can't diss this guy. He's carrying the team sometimes. I think what it is, more than anything, is that I really, really want to get Fabio Silva more game time. But the only thing I can think of with Silva is possibly playing him as an inside forward on left, because he can do that role fine. But then obviously that means that Traore is not going to get as much game time, and he's been brilliant this year. So that's probably one of the reasons why with Jimenez I'm looking for a reason to put the kid in. But it's just he's undroppable. Free kick, West Ham. 7 minutes after the restart, Felipe Anderson looking to bend one near post. Patricio, bit unlucky, couldn't keep it out. I think he might have tipped it onto the post, but then backing off him and into the back. And I want to see it on the 3D there. Not the best of angles, this one, but was that right? Yes. Well, not really. Should have saved it, actually, looking at that replay there. But even so, 3-1. Hammers back in it and a glimmer of hope. Well, we have been in complete control in this game, but if the Hammers get another one here with 22 minutes on the clock, then I'm going to feel a little bit nervy as we enter the final stages. But as Traore wins it back, there's a chance here as Jordal sends it along to Jimenez for a 3rd in his hat-trick, and he gets it. He's coming off. And he does indeed. I can make the change right now. Goal number 26, 3rd of the game. Jimenez can now be subbed off to a standing ovation. Fabio Silva, take your place. Oh, it's 100 goals. 100 goals for Jimenez as well. He's had most of those in this FM save. Onto the loose ball, slots it in the near post. I'm sorry, Fabio. I know you're a genuine wonder kid, but how do you drop this guy, man? He's just too good. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. They were down to 10 men for the final 10 minutes. Nelson Semedo forced off of a potential groin injury. Made our 3 subs. What I did was put Forsby as a right back. And we'll change these 2 players around. Have Ward-Prowse now as a box-to-box in the final few. And also lower the tempo as well. Now try and see this game out at a slow pace if we can. Nelson Semedo is just the guy. I mean, he does obviously play the majority of our games, but the amount of injuries he picks up is crazy. Thankfully, we shouldn't concede a second, or probably won't concede a second, but the points are in the bag. That's the most important thing. Are we going to concede a second? No, Morton Forsby, great tackle, but Souček does actually fire in the second. But I think, oh wow, I think that's offside. Please put a VAR on that so I can say for the first time in God knows how long. Yes! How the turntables finally, a VAR disallows a goal, not for us, but for an opponent. I mean, it doesn't matter, it's like the final kick of the game and we were leading 4-1 anyway. But even so, minor victory, I'm still going to take it. When was the last time we saw an opponent get a goal disallowed through VAR? Well, there's the first in God knows how long. So 4-1 the final score, big win there. And again, now the gap in the Premier League, as Semedo only got a tight groin, thankfully, and Buendia only bruised his knee. It does mean now Jimenez. So good. It does mean now we're 19 points clear again with 13 games to go. We still have a game in hand on West Ham, who now drop down to 9th as well. Yeah, it's basically done. I'm pretty sure at the very least we'll finish 7th. But I want to stay in the top 4. We still with destiny in our own hands. I'd say we're still the favourites over Spurs. I mean, it's us versus them for that 4th and final CL spot. He'll turn 32 in May. And he is still absolutely unreal. He's got 1 and a bit years left on his contract. Of course he's going to get a new deal. But I honestly thought this would be the final year where Jimenez, is our certified first choice striker. Or maybe he'd shared a game time with Fabio Silva. But as he goes for 3 straight golden boots, 21 in 23 games. It's just, I hate to say it, but the fact of the matter is, as good as Fabio Silva is, Jimenez at the moment is just undroppable. Can't drop the guy when he's in this red hot form. And it sucks because I need to get Silva game time, man. But Jimenez, you just rely on him to get the goals. Again, I could play him on the left as an inside forward and have Traore coming off the bench. But are you kidding me? With how good Adama Traore is and those trademark solo runs, I can't do that either. It's just very unfortunate. We play a system which works well for us with this Wolves team in the 4-2-3-1. And I really don't know what to do, because if we were to sell Fabio Silva and there is big interest, we could definitely get a lot of money for the guy. I've seen reports that there could be big bids of like 70 to 80 million. But the one thing that Fabio Silva has that's really handy, or I should say will get very soon, is this. Homegrown, trained at the club. And that is very vital for a club like Wolves, where there aren't that many here already, and certainly no one that's really good. So that's why Fabio Silva is indispensable, but so is Jimenez. So this is it, Champions League first knockout round, first leg, Inter Milan at Molineux, and I just cannot wait for this. I've been looking forward to this game ever since the tie was drawn. Inter right now, they've still got Lukaku. He's not back at Chelsea just yet. Absolutely fantastic and star-studded team. Hakimi is there as well. Nicolo Barella still there too. Skriniar still there. Now Oton Edouard, who's going to be leading their line tonight alongside Romelu. Very physical duo, that one up top. So, yeah, this is going to be tough. They're 4th in the Serie A right now. 5 points behind Juventus as they look for their first Serie A title in God knows how long. I tell you what, I think it's going to be... I think we're slight underdogs. But I think it could be very even indeed. Into the game, just a 1 change on the back of the window against West Ham, and it does come at right back. So Patricia's in goal. Back four is like Nuri, Eric, Big Chris, and Brandon Williams now coming in with Neves and Forsby through the middle. Traore and Trincao the inside forwards, and once again it's Buendia supporting undroppable Raul Jimenez. On the bench, Bettinelli, Cody, Connor Roberts, Jordan, Nato Pedence, and Fabio Silva as well. Second and final one, it's the first leg of our first ever Champions League knockout round. Come on, Wolves. Edouard joined Inter midway through the first season of the save, and since then he's had a tremendous goal-to-game ratio with the Italians. So I must say, I think the key tonight would be trying to keep him and Romelu quiet and looking for that clean sheet to take back to Italy. As Traore smacks one just over. But that is going to be so hard to do against Inter's star-studded lineup. Again, I think we're slight underdogs, but I certainly can't see this being a one-way tie. As Traore, again, looking for the ball early in this game. Down this left-hand side. Can he cross? He can. Buendia with the free header. Finds the back of the net. Wolves in front. Just saw Emi ghost into the box. Keep your eye on Emi Buendia there. No one picks him up. And as he finds the space on the penalty area, I've got to say, Ramiro really should be stopping that. But we don't mind one bit. Emi Buendia heading us into a 1-goal lead. And making it 2! 2 for Buendia in a minute! What a signing from Norwich for 36 mil. Absolute bargain. Oh, he was so good in our Norwich save for the first 5-6 years. Then we sold him to China as we began the rebuild process. But in his first season for Wolves, and I can't even show you his stats now because the highlights keep coming, but Emi Buendia has been nothing but brilliant. And I've talked about it before, advanced playmakers / attacking midfielders, oftentimes in FM for me this year. Oh, he's feeling it. He's feeling it. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper. Either side, he's probably got a hat-trick in 20 minutes. But, you know, for me, sometimes advanced playmakers slash second midfielders, very underwhelming. But Para Cambi in the one season with Fulham was fantastic at 18. And Buendia right now is just having an absolute masterclass out there. Come on, Wolves. Don't take your foot off the gas pedal. Get that third. There's Neves. "25 minutes and Wolves are up by 3. Alright, do you know what? It's time to say it. We are good enough to be a consistent top 4 team in the Premier League. What a ball by Ruben Neves, by the way. And Francisco nods in for about half a millimetre. Wolves are up by 3 on Inter Milan in 25 minutes. Okay, yeah, forget what I said about dropping down to Europa League. We're a Champions League side now. If we want to be. 3-1. That's their only attempt of the half. And they've got themselves that crucial away goal. Maybe I was getting a bit ahead of myself there and getting too excited, but could you blame me after that first half an hour? Okay, alright. Don't get complacent. Things can turn around very quickly in football. We all know that. Keep focused. And Buendia's demotivated. Sorry, bro. Second half to begin. Come on, mate. Don't throw this away. Inter get a second goal in the second half, that could completely change the complexion of this tie. As Adama Traore beats former teammate Johnny. And Adama crosses. Oh no. Oh! It just didn't bend. What a fantastic first leg, and the game is far from over, let alone a tie. We're not even at the hour mark yet, but as Eric Bailly charges down the ball to win it back, we'll come out from inside our half with that man, Adama Traore, offloading to Trincao. Yes, and Jimenez at his second attempt, undroppable, 4-1 Wolves, get in. Wow, there's 20 minutes to go, and Wolves are looking for a 5th. Oh my god! Just give the Argentine the ball and watch him work his magic. It's like Messi out there. I mean, he's a little bit taller, but not by much. But still, as Brandon Williams gives it into his feet, Podence can't win the aerial duel, but Morton Forsby picks it up. He's had a good game out there as well on a 7.3 right now. That's a great ball by Neves to find Brandon Williams in space. Podence through to Jimenez, and the second time hit the post in just a few minutes. We could have had like 6 or 7 goals tonight. And that's the frustrating thing as well, because again, as this thrilling first leg continues, if Inter do get that second away goal, that's going to make us go from, firm outright favourites to slight favourites. Dennis Zakaria heads in. Patricio should have stopped it. And it's 4-2. Just don't concede a third now. We're still in the driving seat heading back to Italy. But I can't believe I'm saying this. After we put 4 goals past Inter, I'm sitting there thinking, could have been in a better position. We could have done how we scored one of those late ones or not conceded that second. I mean, I'm still very pleased with the result because, listen, we beat Inter Milan in the first leg 4-2. But again, I don't know, maybe this is the perfectionist in me. Could have been better. Could have been better. But even so, 4-2 the final score. And Inter need 2 goals at the San Siro at the very least. And if we get 1, they'll need 3. Good maths, mate. Well done. But that was this episode of the FM Reboot, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. If you haven't, please drop a like. And I can't miss the second leg, can I? Of course I can't. I'm going to play through these games here, including the FA Cup 5th round against Leicester, and come back with the Cherries at home and the second leg at the San Siro. My goodness gracious me. Wolves are 90 minutes away from the Champions League quarterfinals. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all. And I'll see you for the next episode of the FM Reboot very soon.